In any other election, we Wisconsin Capitol reporters would be dashing from press conference to press conference in the Capitol press room. We would be covering events. We would be on the road, but this is not any other year.
Normally, I spend almost all of my time in the state capitol, writing from there, shuttling from committee rooms to the floor of the Assembly and the Senate, catching lawmakers in the hall, going to news conferences with the governor or lawmakers. Now I'm in my living room, as you can see, and 90% of my reporting is done by phone. There are far fewer in-person events to cover. I do go to, I was at Trump last week and go to other events, Capitol committee meetings when they happen, but they're a lot rarer than they typically would be.
I was thinking about the events that I would go to that weren't political events this time of year. So you go to a rally to get perspective from a partisan. You go to a protest. They obviously have a perspective too. I really liked going to something like the Dane County Farmers Market to get a sense of people who aren't necessarily really keyed in politics, but have opinions and have thoughts. And it's a lot harder to find those folks right now because regular people aren't just milling around in places where I can go bother them and have, 70% of them say, leave me alone, but 30% will talk to me. I miss talking to those people.
It's especially difficult if we're trying to connect with a lawmaker or someone that has something to say about this election that lives in like a rural area. We're completely dependent on their internet connection and they may not have one.
What I've found is I think I'm actually working harder than before because there is no downtime. There is no driving to the event. There is no anything. I mean, you're just constantly on because you're not going anywhere. I think the access issue, the lack of access is the biggest challenge. Not being in the Capitol where people work and having access to people, or not being able to go to their office and find them, or at an event or anything like that. I think that's the biggest hurdle that comes to mind, other than making it more difficult to be at breaking news events that are happening that you can't get remotely, like a protest or like a spontaneous event.